We continue exercise 1.6 of sets. In the previous video, the last questions which we did was question number 4. Now let us see question number 5 of exercise 1.6. If x and y are two sets such that x has 40 elements. There are two sets x and y, and x has 40 elements. So n of x is 40. We have given n of x equals to 40. X union y has 60 elements. N of x union y, this is equals to 60, and x intersection y has 10 elements. N of x intersection y equals to 10 elements. So how many elements does y have? We have to find number of elements of y. So we use the formula n of x union y equals to n of x plus n of y minus n of x intersection y. Now we have given n of x union y equals to 60, n of x equals to 40, and n of y we have to calculate, and n of x intersection y is 10. So it becomes 60 equals to 40 minus 10, 30, and plus n of y, and 30 goes on left side. So it becomes n of y equals to 60 minus 30, which is 30. So we get the result n of y equals to 30. Next question number 6. In a group of 70 people, 37 likes coffee. 37 people like coffee. So let n of c, number of people who like coffee. So n of c is given 37. 37 people like coffee, and 52 like tea. Number of people who like tea is 52. Number of people who like tea is 52. And each person like at least one of the two drinks. Each person likes at least one of the two drinks. So how many people like both coffee and tea? Means n of C union T is given. N of C union T is given 70. Total people. N of C union T is given 70. So how many people like both coffee and tea? We have to calculate the number of people who like both coffee and tea. Means NC intersection T. We have to calculate. So we use the formula NC union T equals to N of C plus N of T minus N of C intersection T, and N of C N of C union T is 30, N of C is 37, and N of T is 52, and we have to calculate N of C intersection T. So 70 equals to, this becomes 89 minus N of C intersection T. This will goes on left side. So it becomes N of C intersection T equals to 89 minus 70, and we get N of P intersection T equals to 90. So the number of people who like both coffee and tea is 90. Number of people who like both coffee and tea is 90. Question number 7. In a group of 65, in a group of 65 people, 40 like cricket, 10 like both cricket and tennis. 40 like cricket. So N of C, number of people who like cricket, is 40. Number of people who like cricket is 40. 10 like both cricket and tennis. N of C intersection T equals to 10. The people who like both cricket and tennis is 10. How many people like tennis only and not cricket? How many people like tennis and not cricket? And how many like tennis? And in a group of 65 people, means total C union T, the number of people N of C union T, total number of people means C union T, it is given as 65. So N C union T is 65. So firstly we will find number of people who like tennis, number of people who like tennis, and then we have to find the number of people who like tennis only, not cricket. Number of people who like tennis only, not cricket. The second thing we have to calculate. So we calculate first the number of people who like tennis. So we use the formula MC union T equals to N of C plus N of T minus N of C intersection T. So N of C union T is 65 and N of C is 40. N of T we have to calculate, and N of C intersection T is given 10. So it becomes 65 equals to 40 minus 10, 30, and plus N of T. So N of T, number of people who like tennis, it becomes 65 minus 30. So number of people who like tennis is 65 minus 30 means 35. So number of people who like tennis, this is the number of people who like tennis equals to 35. This is the first thing which we calculated. Then we have to calculate the number, how many likes tennis only and not cricket. So number of people who likes tennis only. But not cricket. Equals to n of t minus n of C intersection t. Number of people who like tennis only but not cricket equals to number of people who like tennis minus number of people who like both tennis and cricket. Only tennis. We have to find the number of people who like only tennis. So n of t we have calculated 35 and n of C intersection t is given 10. So we get the result 25. So 25 people who likes tennis only but not cricket. Now question number 8. Question number 8. In a committee, 50 people speak French. Number of people who speak French. N of F. Number of people who speak French. 50 people speak French. So number of people who like French or who speak French is 50. 20 speak Spanish. 20 speak Spanish. So number of people who speak Spanish is 20. Number of people who speak Spanish is 20. 20 speak Spanish and 10 speak both Spanish and French. Number of people who speak French and Spanish. N of F intersection S is given 10. Number of people who speak both Spanish and French. So how many speak at least one of these two languages? How many speak at least one of these two languages? Means we have to calculate N of F union S. We have to calculate N of F union S. So we use the formula N of F union S equals to N of F plus N of S minus N of F intersection S. So N of F is 50, N of S is 20 and N F intersection S is 10. So it becomes 70 minus 10, which is equals to 60. So number of people who speak at least one of these two languages means total we have to calculate. Total number of persons means N of F union S, which is equals to 60. Now we start the miscellaneous exercise. Miscellaneous exercise. First question is, decide among the following sets which are subsets of one and another. Which of subsets of which among the following which sets are subsets of which sets are subset of one and another, which sets are subset of one and another. And we have given set A equals to, this is given in set builder form. A equals to x such that x belongs to R. X such that x belongs to R. X such that x belongs to R and x satisfy x square minus 8x plus 12 equals to 0. X such that x belongs to R and x satisfy x square minus 8x plus 12 equals to 0. Set B equals to 2, 4, 6. Set B equals to 2, 4, 6. Set C equals to 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 dash dash. And set D equals to 6. Which of the sets are subsets of one and another? So we write set A in roster form, and for writing in roster form we will have to solve this equation. So x square minus 8x plus 12 equals to 0. We make its factor. So x square minus 2x minus 6x plus 12 equals to 0. From first two terms, x is common. So we get x minus 2, then minus 6 is common. X minus 2 equals to 0. Then x minus 2, x minus 6 equals to 0. And we get the value of x equals to 2 and 6. So we write set A equals to 2, 6. Set A equals to 2, 6 because the value of x which we are getting 2 and 6. Then set B equals to 2, 4, 6. Set C equals to 2, 4, 6, 8 dash dash, and set D equals to 6. Now we have to say which sets are subsets of one and another. So every element of set A is the element of set B. So we can say that A is subset of B. Every element of set A is also an element of set C. So now we can write A is subset of C. Now every element of B is also an element of C. So we can write B is the subset of C. And every element of B is an element of A. So B is the subset of A. D is the subset of A. And every element of D is also an element of B. So D is the subset of B. And every element of D is an element of C. So D is the subset of C. So this is the result. A is subset of B. A is subset of C. B is subset of C. D is subset of A, D is subset of B, and D is subset of C. So the set A was given in set builder form. The set A was given in set builder form. We converted set A in terms of roster form by solving this equation. We get the value of x equals to 2 and 6. So set A in roster form is written as 2, 6, set B, set C, and set D. Now we have to say that every element of A is an element of B. It means A is subset of B. Every element of A is also an element of C. So A is subset of C. Every element of B is an element of C. So B is subset of C. Similarly, every element of D is an element of A, and every element of D is an element of B, and every element of D is an element of C. Now the question number 2. In each of the following, determine whether the statement is true or false. Question number 2. Determine whether the statement is true or false. We have to determine whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, then prove that. If it is true, then prove that. If the statement is true, then prove that, and if it is false, give an example. If it is false, then give an example. So in this question, we have to determine first whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, then prove it, and if it is false, then give an example. The first is x belongs to A. X belongs to A and A belongs to B. And A belongs to B. Then X belongs to B. Then X belongs to B. If X belongs to A and A belongs to B, then X belongs to B. X belongs to A and A belongs to B, then X belongs to B. So we have to determine whether this statement is true or false. Firstly, so this statement is false. Now, if we write that the statement is false, then we will have to give an example how it is false. So let us see an example. Let set A equals to 1. Set B equals to 1, 2. Set A equals to 1, B equals to 1, 2. Then let us see. X belongs to A. X means element. X means element. So let X equals to A. Here we take X equals to A. X equals to A. And X equals to 1. X equals to 1. So X belongs to A. Means 1 belongs to A. And A belongs to B. B is another set we have taken in which the set A belongs. This complete set A is in set B. So we can say that A belongs to B. Then X belongs to B. X was 1. X was 1. So X doesn't belongs to B because X is an element. X is an element. Here 1 is written in the form of set. 1 is written in the form of set. So X doesn't belongs to B. X doesn't belongs to B because X is an element and X equals to 1. So 1 belongs to A. 1 belongs to A and set A belongs to B. This whole set means taken in bracket. So this set A belongs to B. Element doesn't belongs to B. Element means single element 1. So it doesn't belongs to B. So this statement is false. Now the second question. If A is subset of B, A is subset of B and B belongs to C and B belongs to C. A is subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. Then A belongs to C. This is the statement. A is the subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. So we have to say whether the statement is true or false. So this statement is also false. Now if it is false, then we have to give an example. So the example for this is, let A equals to 1, 2. Set A equals to 1, 2. Set B equals to 1, 2, 3. Set A equals to 1, 2 and set B equals to 1, 2, 3. And let us see, let us take set C equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. So A is the subset of B. It is true. A is the subset of B because every element of set A is also an element of set B. So A is subset of B. This is true. B belongs to C. B belongs. B is a set. So the whole element included set is included in set C. So we can say that B belongs to C. B is the set and whole set is included in C. So B belongs to C. This is also correct. Then A belongs to C. A is the set. A is the set having elements 1, 2. There is not only 1, 2 but 1, 2, 3. So this statement is false. This statement is false. When this statement was true, when this statement were be true, this statement were true if there is not written 3. If C is equals to only 1, 2, 4, then this statement was true. Then this statement was true, otherwise it is wrong because there is 3 also. Because there is 3 also and in set A there is no 3. So we can say that A is the subset of B and B belongs to C. Both are correct, but A doesn't belongs to C. A doesn't belongs to C. And we give this example. We give this example. So this statement is also false. The statement that A is subset of B, B belongs to C, but A doesn't belongs to C. Now the third part is A is subset of B. A is subset of B and B is subset of C and B is subset of C, then A is subset of C, then A is subset of C. So this statement is true. This statement is true. Now if it is true, then prove that how it is true by giving an example. So let set A equals to 1, 2, set B equals to 1, 2, 3 and set C equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then we observe that A is subset of B because every element of set A is also an element of set B, and B is also the subset of C because every element of B is an element of C. Then A is also the subset of C because every element of A is also in C. So this statement is true. A is subset of B, and if B is subset of C, then it is true that to say that A is subset of C. A is subset of C. So this statement is true.